Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic/Non-Classic. This is episode number 466 and Doubleshot number 382. Okay, two DC Reaper trades. First up, it's Suicide Squad, Volume 2, Going Sane, collecting Suicide Squad, Volume 5, issues 5 through 8, and Harley Quinn and Suicide Squad April Fool's Special. Written by Rob Williams and artwork by Jim Lee. But Jim Lee is not the only artist on it. You also have Stephen Byrne, Carlos Diana, Christian Ward, Gillespie Kamali, good artist, Francisco Mateta, Sean Cheeks Galloway, Scott Williams, Jonathan Gassman, Sandra Hope, Matt Banning, I've actually met the guy, Richard Fiend. Oh, one thing I should mention, DC's own homage to Uncanny X-Men 100. Now, this book is simply following up what happened in the last novel, basically with, like, the whole thing that Captain Boomerang died in the previous book, and he comes back here too. And the stuff in this, basically, this story arc, does lead into Justice League versus Suicide Squad. Oh, and like the book says, going sane, yeah, Harley Quinn goes sane in this book, while everybody else goes nuts. Heck, there's at one point in this book where, because everybody's going insane, they have a thing where Killer Croc and June Moon have sex. Yeah. Now, this is something really weird. I've never understood this about Belle Rev, of how they can have male and female prisoners in the same prison. When normally in real life, this cannot happen at all. But yeah, here it's basically no problem. Now, this is actually the first arc of this run, basically, where you don't go on any field missions. It's just basically the whole thing is sitting at Belle Rev, and Zod is basically briefly released, but he's actually knocked out. Yeah. Of course, because this particular they set up new security protocols. But yeah. The Suicide Squad, the Harley Quinn Suicide Squad April Fool's Special is just a one-shot where, well, just basically stories of Harley Quinn. And there's a couple of extra stories in here. One is basically a bio on Hack, which basically I think it's the last of these special stories they do, because as far as I know, there's not currently anyone around. There's also one for Killer Frost, which basically is a prelude just like versus Suicide Squad, which actually is pretty good. It's basically her going to the prison, meeting various people who are there, and that's really it. Oh, and pretty much with this particular book, as of right now, the lineup for Suicide Squad is the movie lineup with Killer Frost and Hack, and also General Zod joins. He joins him a little bit later, but he's only part of the group for about two issues, and he leaves. Yeah, it's almost like Rob Williams didn't want anything else to do with the character, but yeah, I like the fact that they actually do a follow-up book. This arc is sort of a follow-up to the previous arc, but it's just a continuation of it. Semi-continuation, but basically it's its own separate story. This book is good. I give this book a 9 out of 10. Next up is New Superman, Volume 1, Made in China. Collecting the first 6 issues of this brand new ongoing series. Now, unlike another original series, Superwoman, that is ending in a few months. This series is still continuing. It's had like a bit flop forward in the sales, but yeah. This one is just basically of a new character, Keenan, what's his name? Con Kanan. And basically he's just a Chinese Superman. That's basically what he is. And they do explain how he gets his powers. That's happened basically, he had his first appearance and origin story in the very first issue. Yeah, and this is written by Jean Lin Yang, who was the previous writer of Superman. So my guess is because DC must have liked how he wrote Superman, so why not write a Chinese version of Superman? And there's also a Chinese version of Batman and Wonder Woman. Yep. Oh, and Batman here is overweight. Yeah, so basically, Keenan basically calls him Tubby, because he's basically because Batman's supposed to be bulky. The grade 10 appear in here as well for like one issue. They apparently don't like it that there's a Justice League of China. Yeah, basically Keenan is the first of. He's the only one of the entire group basically outs himself, and it's kind of good. He does a. It's like according to Dr. Ullman, she doesn't have a big problem with him outing himself because one thing, he doesn't have many enemies, but the only loved one he has is his dad, which apparently his dad does die in this book, but it's shown at the end that his dad is alive. Now, I'm not going to spoil who Dr. Ullman is. They do in fact reveal who she really is. I think in the next couple of volumes. I think it might be the next volume, but yeah. Great setup for this particular series. I Chang is going to be basically training him in the next arc. And then, of course, they're going to reveal who Dr. Ullman really is soon. But I'm glad the fact I Chang is coming back. First time he's actually appeared in DC Universe since the first issue of the previous volume of Deathstroke. Yeah. So I give this book a, also, this one I'm going to give a 9.25 out of 10. It's really good. A little better than Suicide Squad, but it's a fun book. Alright. So, that's it. Stay tuned for the very next episode, which I'm going to do right after this, which will be episode 467 and Doubleshot number 382. Until then, I will see you there. Bye.